you know, a lot of people don't think about deer hunting this time of year because it's the middle of summer and everything. Selected at a random lottery drawing. And so the reason this is timely is because July is the month that you need to apply for this.
Okay.
So hunters have until July 31st, which I believe is next Tuesday, to apply. And so those applications are done online.
Sounds like this is a pretty special, fun thing for deer hunters.
Well, it is, and it serves two purposes. So it serves our purpose because the main way we manage deer here is through hunting, since we don't have the big natural predators anymore. And a lot of times these hunts are carried on in places that are kind of more urban or more, there's a high traffic area. So we can't just have regular open hunting there, but we can allow, usually they're like 2 or 3 days, allow hunters to hunt those areas. Sometimes state parks do that. They may close down the park or parts of the park during the special hunt. So it gives hunters a way to do that. And some of these hunts are also geared to specific kinds of hunters, like new first-timers, or sometimes they're geared for youth, or sometimes they may be geared for folks with disabilities. So they're kind of tailored to those folks. So it gives hunters additional opportunities to hunt, and sometimes in areas or times when they couldn't normally hunt, and it helps us control the deer herd in those places.
Guns or bow and arrow, or?
Well, now the hunts vary from hunt to hunt. Some may be firearms, some may be bow and arrow, or some, you know, and the limits differ from hunt to hunt too. So you would have to consult each individual hunt as far as that goes. And then some hunts also do require pre-hunt orientation, so the hunter needs to attend that before they do the hunt. But it's still a great opportunity for, again, more hunting opportunities and ways for us to control deer in those areas.
Is there a limit to how much you can?
Yes, each individual hunt, again, those are specifics to each hunt. They have their own limits that what you can take on each hunt. Interesting thing about it, though, if you apply for one of these hunts and you get it, and you harvest some deer during these hunts, they don't count toward your regular limits for the overall hunting season. So you can hunt your limits, I don't know, 1 or 2 deer, and you get those deer in that managed hunt, then that does not count toward the regular hunting season. You can get additional deer there. So that's kind of a nice perk too.
How many deer are you allowed to get?
It varies from hunt to hunt. So they.
What about the fall though? What's the fall number?
I don't remember offhand what it is for this year, but it's there usually is a limit. It depends on, again, what hunting season, because the fall hunting season actually starts really September 15th with bow hunting season, and then you have the different firearm seasons.
And then, so these managed hunts, do you go with a guide, or you go on your own, or how does that work?
Again, depends on the hunt. There are some hunts, like for the youth hunts or the beginning first-timer hunts, a lot of times they are guided. You know, we'll have staff help people out.
Right.
And then other hunts for more experienced hunters, you know, they just go on their own within the limit, time limit. But there's 35 of those hunts here in the St. Louis region.
Wow.
Various times during the hunting season, and then we have about just a little over 90 of them statewide. So they're basically open to anyone 11 or older on the day of the hunt to apply. So you go online, you apply. You can do it 24 hours a day. You know, it's pretty straightforward.
How much does it cost to be on the hunt?
It doesn't. There's no cost. You do have to have a hunting permit, but it doesn't cost anything for the hunt itself. And we have them in a lot of different areas. Like in this area, you've got Clamberg Woods in Ellisville, Bush Conservation Area in St. Charles, Rockwoods Reservation, Powder Valley Nature Center, which you wouldn't think about hunting there, but we do have a managed hunt there to control the deer there. But there's a good example. You know, we can't just have regular hunting season there because it's too high traffic of an area. So we limit it to 2 or 3 days so people can hunt. Forest 44 Conservation Area, Babbler State Park is another one we have at Columbia Bottom Conservation Area in North St. Louis County. So they're kind of spread all around.
I would think for hunters, this would be a blast, right? Places you can hunt where you can't normally hunt.
Yeah, it is. And so it's a competitive thing. You can only apply for one managed deer hunt per season, though. So you have to kind of pick which one you want. But you can apply, and of course, there's no guarantee you'll get it, but you apply, you have the chance, and all that. So again, that's why this time of year we start thinking about that, because July is the time to apply.
How are we doing with our deer population? It seems like everywhere you go, there's deer. At the coffee shop, there's so many deer.
Just about, yeah. And no, we actually have a very good deer population here in Missouri. It's very healthy, very thriving, and we have, a nation-class deer hunting here. So, yeah, we have very good deer hunting.
Yeah, but I mean, what about because they keep complaining that they're ruining the flower garden in Chesterfield and Baldwin and everything else? I mean, is it as bad as people say it is?
Well, I mean, some areas we do have issues with deer, too many deer, like you mentioned, some of those areas where we have big deer populations because we have a lot of green space for them to thrive.
Right.
But then since we're in urban areas, we can't really hunt like we normally do in the rural areas. So there is a recipe for getting deer numbers too high. So one of our best solutions in those cases is to encourage municipalities to allow bow hunting, because that helps keep the firearms aren't practical or even legal in those particular places.
I thought they wanted to give deer like some type of birth control or something.
Well, good luck with that one. If you,
I'm against it because I think that makes the deer much more apt to go out and have fun.
Yeah,
right.
Recklessly.
Yeah,
And
It's not very right.
It's just a recipe for heartbreaks.
That's exactly right.
That's
you give a deer
Yeah.
some birth control there. You don't know what's going to
You're
happen.
gonna go hog wild.
That's
then.
exactly right. All right, Dan Zarlenga, everything on the website?
Yes, sir. It's mdc.mo.gov, and we also have our fall deer turkey pamphlet to consult as
All right,
well.
good. President Trump walking to the podium at the White House. Here is President Donald Trump.